Good evening, everyone. I am Shaina COF, and I am going to talk to you guys about video games. Okay, so some of the more interesting things about video games is that parents and other people would like to describe them as a waste of time and a very waste of efforts in that, you play these video games and what do you get out of it? I'm here to tell you that video games can develop positive life skills to those who play them. Life skills, as it is defined by UNICEF, are psychosocial abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enables individuals to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. Some of these life skills that you inherit while you are playing these video games would be interpersonal skills that require communication and interaction with others, and also physical and mental skills. And I will describe those in detail right now. Video games can improve your interpersonal skills that require communication and interaction with others. Some of these may include massive multiplayer online role-play games, and pretty much what these are you can communicate with others through online chat systems, or you can competitively compete with others through online systems as well. And you guys are communicating through text and through chat, and basically it's developing you in such a way so that you can coordinate yourselves and interact with each other so that you can progress through the game together. Another interpersonal skill that you inherit is also decision making. When you are in a party, there always has to be a group leader, and as a party leader, you have to make decisions. In the University of Rochester, those who play action games make decisions 25% faster than those without losing accuracy. And this is a very significant statistic in the fact that you can play video games and also do well in that you continue to develop interpersonal skills. And my second point is that video games requires the audience to use either physical or mental skills in order to play through the game. You develop physical skills in that you improve your dexterity. For example, when you're holding a controller, you can utilize your fingers, and the fact that it becomes more natural in its repetitive nature. And also a study at Deakin University states that improvement in motor skills like hand-eye coordination is predominant in children ages 3 to 6 who play interactive video games. And they had better motor skills in playing kickball and bouncing balls and throwing and running and dodging. And also, an example of children having better and more accurate reading skills, current biologists say that by improving attention spans, video games do lead to better reading skills. And also, video games develop cognitive skills, which is another mental skill, and there is a positive correlation that exists between children's academic levels and the strategic games that they play as well. And studies show that children who play video games exhibit a higher development in artistic creativity and drawing, thus improving their thinking and imaginative skills that are necessary to express their individuality. Something that I would like to mention, however, is that there are video games that do develop your interpersonal skills and physical and mental skills, but also they do have a negative impact, like, for example, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto 5. Those video games do send bad messages, but then also they make you utilize certain skills as well. For example, Call of Duty is an action game, and it does develop your and it does relate back to developing your reaction time, and also that you can make decisions quicker. And GTA 5, it's also relating back to motor skills. And well, that concludes my presentation. I would like to say that video games are beneficial in that you can become more, you can develop life skills such as interpersonal communication, and also physical skills and mental skills.
Is there going to be any more outlines of
No, but we have 4 people who are scheduled for Wednesday.
All right.
This one isn't Chrome, but it looks like it's Chrome.
Right, Shaina, I think that you did okay trying to start off by talking about a controversy and explaining that people are often critical of video games. You know, there's a little bit of background there, but it's not really well developed. But I think there's enough of a controversy for you to make an argument on it. Your proposition is pretty clearly stated. You do lay out 2 supporting points that you're going to be talking about. You know, communication and life skills, and then dexterity and physical skills that you're going to be talking about. So that's easy to follow. I think that the claims could be a little bit more assertively stated, but you know, they are identified. Now, the proof on your communication skills is just a piece of what is, I guess, the equivalent of factual data, although there's not really much discussion of it, that suggests that people can communicate in online chat formats when playing the game. So the question that immediately comes up is, so why does this develop your communication skills more effectively than being in an online chat? You know, why do you need to play the game in order to get this particular benefit? And my guess would be that there are a lot of things that go on in the online chat that would not be enhancing your interpersonal skills. They would in fact be the opposite of that, a demonstration of people's lack of interpersonal skills. I've not played any of those games, but I'm sure that there's a lot of smack talk that goes on in those kinds of things. And I'm not exactly sure it enhances your interpersonal skills to say, in your face asswipe, or whatever, you know, disparaging term that you might make to somebody else in those contexts. So you need to be able to develop this a little bit more. It's mostly an assertion on your part. The same thing with the decision making. Although there was a statistic there that came from one of the studies about decision making, I think you need to give us a little bit more information about that particular study and give us some details on it so that it builds a little bit more credibility. The signpost on the second point was clear, so there's a pretty straightforward transition. The physical skills, I thought you actually had a little bit better evidence on this because you have a study that does a comparison to other things that kids might do, playing kickball, for instance. You know, I thought that was, again, same sort of thing. There's an interesting study there, but there's not much detail on it, and I think it could use some additional backing on that particular point. The link to reading skills is almost non-existent. You just basically say it, and that's all I heard. And you know, and then there was a reference to studies say, or studies show, which is not really a source citation. It's you know, it's in essence a passing on of an innuendo. You need to tell us what the studies are and what they said, and so I think that the citation of the evidence there is a little bit problematic. Presentation's pretty effective. I like the summary at the end. All right, thank you.